Welcome back to Paradigm Shift Conversations, where we're flipping the script on what it means to live, grow, and reinvent yourself after 35. I'm Adrian, a spokesperson for Dr. Ben Israel.
And I'm Rose, a spokesperson for Dr. Ben Israel too. If you joined us last time, we set the stage with the big idea. Midlife is not a crisis, it's a rise. Today, we're diving into something really empowering. Why life after 35 is actually one of the most powerful seasons you'll ever experience.
Now, this one is empowering. Dr. Ben's paradigm shift challenges the old idea of a midlife crisis.
Instead, he reframes midlife as a season of growth, opportunity, and renewal.
It's about ditching the fear and embracing what he calls the midlife rise.
Amazon has it ready for you. Just search for Paradigm Shift by Dr. Ben Israel.
You know, Rose, for so long, birthdays past 35 were treated like a ticking clock. People say things like, oh, I'm getting old, or it's too late for me. But the truth, 35 is often the launch pad.
Absolutely. The book points out that by this point, you've got something you didn't have in your 20s: perspective. You've lived enough to learn from mistakes, but still have decades ahead to apply the lessons. It's the perfect balance of history and possibility.
And let's be real, most of us spend our 20s figuring out who we are, experimenting, making missteps. By the mid-30s, those experiments pay off. You know yourself better, you've got clearer values, and hopefully you've stopped living just to impress others.
Exactly. It's not decline, it's clarity. The phrase midlife crisis was popularized in the 20th century, often tied to anxieties about aging and productivity. And culturally, we still cling to it: cars, affairs, reckless spending.
But what the book explains is that this so-called crisis is a socially constructed myth. It's not inevitable. It's a story we've inherited, not destiny we have to live.
And that's so freeing. Because once you realize the crisis is a cultural script, you can stop performing it. Instead, you can write your own script, a narrative of renewal.
Right. Crisis thinking says, I'm running out of time. Rise thinking says, I still have plenty of time, so what do I want to do with it?
Let's talk about renewal. Midlife is a time when health challenges, career shifts, or family changes might show up. But instead of treating them as losses, we can treat them as signals, opportunities for transformation.
For example, someone facing a career plateau might use that as a springboard to pivot into something they're passionate about. A person whose kids are grown might finally pursue the dream they shelved years ago.
Exactly. Think about it like pruning a tree. It looks like loss, but really, it's making room for stronger, healthier growth.
And that's why the book insists midlife is not about endings, it's about recalibration.
Here's one of my favorite insights. With advances in healthcare and lifestyle, people in their 40s and 50s may still have half their lives ahead of them.
That blows my mind. Think about it. If you live to 85 or 90, then turning 40 means you're not in the last act. You're right at intermission.
Exactly. An intermission isn't the end of the play. It's the reset before Act 2. You've got time to rewrite the script.
And if you use that time intentionally, focusing on growth, building new skills, nurturing relationships, you can make Act 2 even more impactful than Act 1.
Another paradigm shift is realizing that society underestimates people past 35. We idolize youthful innovation, but history tells a different story.
Oh, yes. Many breakthroughs came from people in midlife or beyond. Ray Kroc was 52 when he built McDonald's. Vera Wang entered fashion at 40. Laura Ingalls Wilder published her first book in her 60s.
And those aren't exceptions. They're proof that creativity, productivity, and impact can flourish later in life.
Exactly. The midlife rise is personal, but it's also cultural. When we reject the stereotype of decline, we validate the power of experience and wisdom in shaping society.
Let's pause here. To our listeners, what's one area of your life where you've told yourself, I'm too old for this?
Now flip it. What if that area is actually where your midlife rise begins? What if that dream isn't too late? It's right on time.
Because the book makes it clear reinvention has no expiration date.
So today we explored why 35 plus is powerful. It's not decline, it's the intersection of wisdom and possibility.
We've dismantled the myth of crisis and embraced renewal, clarity, and resilience. And next week, we'll dive into Chapter 1 Recreating Yourself After 35. We'll talk about the crisis mirage and how to shatter it.
Trust me, you don't want to miss that.
Until then, remember, you are not running out of time. You're stepping into your prime.
Thanks for joining us on Paradigm Shift Conversations. We'll see you in episode 3.